Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing that we're trying to do today is we're playing my Gates and Gatekeepers deck. Again, this is an updated version of it, but it's just been long enough and I wanted to be playing through some of the funnest ones. Like I kind of have like a bucket list now of all of the best decks that I want to redo here before we get into the next set. So if you guys have any videos in this last set that you have that you want me to redo, let me know down in the comments below. I want to kind of get back to those because I'm running out of some ideas now that are just like good ideas. I'm trying to be a little off the wall, but there's only so many things you can do within 3 months doing a video every single day, which I have done every single day except for Christmas Day, I believe. So I've been going strong. So with this deck, what we're trying to do, so Gatekeeper Gargoyle is kind of the initial idea of this deck. I was like, okay, I wanted to build something no one else is building. I think this is like my first or second deck of Guilds of Ravnica, and no one was really building anything around the gates, and so I was like, all right, we're gonna do it. So Gatekeeper Gargoyle enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each gate you control. So with this deck, we're playing tons of gates. So the idea is, the problem with gates is that they're really, really slow mana, insanely slow mana. That's the biggest downfall of this deck, especially against like the Boros aggro and stuff. We very easily could just be dying really quickly. We have kind of a game plan for that. Have to draw the right cards for it, but so that's the biggest issue. But Gatekeeper Gargoyle, if it comes down with a bunch of gates down, it is just a massive like 9/9/10/10 typically is what it is, and so or you know like around there. So really powerful, really awesome. The rest of the deck here is kind of on the Arcades plan. So what I was thinking is we could just play tons of like counters and removal, all that kind of stuff, but that's just boring to you know make you get into late game and playing a little bit slower. So instead, what I did was I played it on the Arcades, the Strategist plan, which Arcades, whenever a creature with Defender enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. Each creature you control with Defender assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power, and can attack as though it didn't have Defender. And so with this deck, actually, back when I built this deck, I didn't have enough cards for the Arcades. So we're going to go ahead and go up one more Arcades here, and let's see. We'll go down. I was trying to add the Psychic Corrosion to have another win con, but we're going to go ahead and take that out. Just because I have seen that. It's really amazing with Guild Summit because you can end up drawing so many cards late game, but we're okay with it how it is. So, so we basically want to fill up our board with a bunch of defenders, which are great for this deck because like if you're going up against Boros aggro, all these big ones, we can just have stuff to block for those early turns because we're playing really, really slow. Then we draw into our Guild Summit, we start drawing cards, draw into our Arcades, hopefully just slam down on Arcades and swing in for victory with all of our massive creatures all of a sudden. Or we can just kind of hold back, do whatever we can, settle the wreckage, deafening Clarion, kind of ramp up towards our Gargoyle, and then play a big Gargoyle and just kind of swing in for victory. So that's the goal of the deck. We do have Glaive of the Guildpact, which is also another gate thing here. So equipped creature gets +1/+0 for each gate you control and has Vigilance and Menace. So it can be like a +7/+0 with Vigilance and Menace. And I did forget the very first video I did at this one. I got yelled at so hard. I forgot the menace part of this. I had a victory, and so hopefully I don't have that happen again here. But let's go ahead and get into the gameplay, see how this goes. I really haven't changed this one much at all. I did add the Portcullis Vines, so that we have a little bit, we have at least a turn 2 play if we have our guild gates. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the gameplay. Here we go. Before we jump into the gameplay, a quick thanks to Fusion Gaming for sponsoring this video. Be sure to head over to FusionGamingOnline.com for all your Magic the Gathering needs. Check the link in the description below. Alrighty, we're playing against Uzium, and we are playing our Gates and Gatekeepers. And we got all the gates. We have walls here on turn 3. So we're going to keep it. This is not terrible. We're going to get down to Selesnya Guildgate first. Being on the draw is actually pretty bad for this deck too, though. Alright, there we go. So that's good. So Selesnya Guildgate, we have a turn 2 play. Which this doesn't help against Drakes. We do have a couple walls that have reach, I believe. I believe we still have some of those. Alright, so Guildgate and Portcullis. Hey, Guild Summit is amazing. So we're actually hoping to... yeah, we will block. Chart, of course. Yep, that's fine. Sulfur Falls, Pyromancer. Down to 18. Alright, Gateway Plaza. We do want to get one of these guys down now to have another blocker. Although having the right mana, we can do it later. Alright, so go ahead and Boros Guildgate, and we'll get down Gleaming Barrier. And pass the turn. And there's the Arclight Phoenix. Alright, so they do have the flyers, so we are going to block and block. And another Guild Summit. So Guild Summit is great here, so let's go ahead and Guild Summit first. Yeah, pay blue, green. So the other part of Guild Summit, I guess I didn't read this card out for everyone. So when it enters a battlefield, you may tap any number of untapped gates you control to draw a card for each gate tapped this way. Whenever a gate enters a battlefield under your control, you draw a card. So we're throwing down a gate now, we get to draw a card. We're looking for our Arcades. Deafening Clarion is not too shabby at all here. Arclight Phoenix, another one comes in. They only have 2 cards in hand, so this Deafening Clarion should be pretty good, and the extra one should be great. Man, we have another Guild Summit. Let's go ahead and just Deafening Clarion. Yep, deal 3 to each creature, wipe their board. It does kill our guy. That is the one reason why I wasn't really playing him before, but that's fine. Alright, so we get to draw a card, we get to pay 1 here. I remember that's actually one of the reasons I thought not to bring him in, but it is just too good. It's our only turn 2 play, typically, and you can pay 2 to sack a defender and draw a card, which is a lot of card draw in this deck, which is so fun. Alright, we don't quite have... Alright, so we're going to go ahead and Guild Summit here. Paying blue. Yeah, paying all the stuff. In white. No, yep, submit. We're not going to tap any now. We're just going to play... I guess we could have there. Dimir Guildgate. Draw 2. Circuitous Route is amazing with this because you get 2 Guildgates that are down and they're not as slow. And I'm going to be able to draw 4 next turn. But next turn we are going to play our Gatekeeper Gargoyle. So let's draw first. So Guildgate, draw first. Get more counters on this guy when he enters. Amaranthine Wall, Gargoyle, which is a 10/10 flyer. Not bad. So fun. All right, Goblin Electromancer. So possible blink of an eyes here, which is fine. We can always bring him back in for more. So go to combat first, swing in for 10. All right, Deafening Clarion actually is pretty devastating for them. So we're just gonna go ahead and fire that off, I believe. I should have gained lifelink. Actually, so we're gonna wait a turn for that one. Hopefully we don't die. I feel like with 1 card in hand we shouldn't. So, all right. So, Circuitous Route. Draw some cards first. We're gonna go ahead and get our gates down. Selesnya Guildgate, Izzet, Boros, whatever. All right, just 2. Probably should have found other ones, but we get to draw 4. Not bad. All right, there's our Arcades. We'll discard a mountain. Oh wait, we get to play 1. That's right. So draw some more. Yep, draw 2 more. Suspicious Bookcase. We're gonna go ahead and play the. If we die here because of the electrostatic field, it's such a small chance of that happening. All right, discard 3, 1, 2. We'll get rid of the Gleaming Barrier. I really don't know what to discard with this deck. Because gates are great, land's great. Yeah, there we go. So, game 1, it worked. It worked. The biggest thing is we have to draw our Deafening Clarion, which we did. All right, against Cherry Splitter. Bring it on, good sir. And We'll see if it works out again. We don't have the mana for the Guild Summit here, but we're going to keep it. This deck is slow enough that you typically just keep, as long as you have enough land. You're just hoping to draw into the right sources, because so many lands are dual lands that, like, I don't know. It's kind of a weird. It's a really funky deck. That is absolutely the truth. Because we don't have our blue mana right away, I'll probably just play the forest and get down a creature to block, which won't work now. So actually, I think what we do is we're going to go ahead and play that one. We'll just get down our Wall of Mist. Pass the turn. I know we had a defender with reach. Maybe that was in the previous standard. I'm trying to remember, because I had built an Arcades deck for M19 as well. The unblockable creatures are going to be difficult here. As long as they aren't getting counters on them, we can definitely Clarion hopefully next turn. No, we don't have the mana for it. Swings in. Down to 17. No Clarion. Alright, so we're going to get down our Guild Summit. Yeah, go ahead and get down our Guild Summit. Get the draw next turn. I probably could have played the Boros Guildgate there to hope for the Clarion, but then we didn't have a card draw, or didn't get to draw cards. Yeah, that's difficult. Alright, what have you got, good sir? Cumena? Mistcloak Herald or whatever. I forget all the ones that are Mistbinder. That's the one I was talking about. Mistcloak Herald is the one that gets counters on it and gets the search. It's actually a really good card. I'm surprised people don't play it as much. At the same time, it's 4 converted mana cost, which is pretty expensive. All right, please give us Deafening Clarion that we can't play yet. Oh, this is bad. Alright, well, we're going to block the biggest thing. He's only swinging in with 1. That is amazing. He could definitely get in 2 more points of damage there. Absolutely. Alright, well, Boros Guildgate. That actually gives us a shot. Not if we keep drawing terribly, though. Alright, Suspicious Bookcase. We do have another blocker now. They can nearly kill us this next turn. We have to hit the Deafening Clarion. Alright, they play Forest. Deeper to Elite. Alright, this is where things get bad. If they put counters on the right guys, the Deafening Clarion doesn't do anything. Ooh. Right. If they put 2 on the River Sneak, Deafening Clarion does nothing. If they spread it out at all, then we get to kill everything. As long as this guy dies. Interesting. It's a very interesting choice for that. I would definitely put at least 1 onto the River Sneak. Well, he can swing in and kill our wall. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Alright, we're going to block here, block the biggest guys, take a ton and a half. Down to 4. Deafening Clarion. Alright, 1 more draw. 1 more draw. Yes! Okay, okay. Oh, man. This might just be a scoop. He does keep his well, it's a 4/4 now, so I can block it. Yes! Oh, I love this deck so much. Oh, it's terrible. Not very good. Alright, so we do get to draw cards with our defenders as well, which is awesome, once we have the mana to play it. So, Arcades comes in. Because we're, like, if they have a bounce spell, we cannot swing in here. We need 2 defenders. Sleep kills us. Like, there's so many things that just kill us still here. River Sneak is pretty close to just killing us here soon, too. So now we have to actually go attacking. Oh man. We have more removal. We have Seal Away. We have or Settle the Wreckage. We can maybe draw into. Alright, District Guild Guide. Or District Guide. So let's play that first. Just to make sure we're tapping our mana right. Oh wait, we don't actually. Whoa, yeah, we do. We did get to grab a Guildgate. Let's grab another Selesnya one. Draw a card. Gleaming Barrier. Draw a card. So much card draw with this deck. It is so fun. And I think we have to start attacking to have a shot. We have to go aggressive. So swinging in. If we don't go aggressive, they can just river sneak us to death. There's so many things that kill us here. So I did forget that Arcades has Vigilance. Yep, swings in for 1. We can take 1. They're down to 12. We can swing in for quite a bit this next turn. The Gargoyle, so let's think here. Let's draw first. Gargoyle is big enough to just finish out the game. This Jungleborn Pioneer, I think, is what kills us over anything else. So let's go to combat first, actually, see what they do. So go to combat, swing, swing, swing. They can block one thing. They block the biggest. They take 5, 9. We can play... We have two blockers. Let's go ahead and go swinging in. I'm guessing they trade off with Gleaming Barrier here. Down to 2. Having another flyer, is it actually worthwhile to have that, or should we just draw cards to try to get our Deafening Clarion or removal spell? I think going for removal is better here. So, Portcullis, draw a card. What do we need to keep up here? I think that's fine. Gleaming Barrier, draw a card. There's Deafening Clarion. I think that we just fire that off now. So go ahead and fire it off. I mean, I guess we should have drawn beforehand to see if we can gain our life back, but that means they don't have anything with haste. And unless they can clear our board, we're in good shape. There we go. All right. Whew. Pretty close there. Pretty close. Well, there you guys have it with Gates and Gatekeepers, and super, super fun deck. And I hope you guys enjoyed it, because it's a fun deck. And really, every time I play it, I'm surprised how well it does. Because it doesn't feel like it should, but it does okay. Like, it really does. And I think going on the wall plan, people don't want to spend their removal spells on a wall, because they can just swing around it or through it or whatever. Especially when there's like Gleaming Barrier or something like that, that you get some benefit out of it if it dies. And so I found that it does okay. The biggest one is I feel like we don't have our Reach Defender. Maybe I need to go back through and look at them again. Like I said, I put this together really, really quick about 3 months ago, and I just barely changed like 2 cards here. But if you guys have any suggestions, put it down in the comments below. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I feel like those are pretty fun games. Those are awesome. And if you did like it, please like, subscribe, all that stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much, and bye.